Lock the doors, draw the blinds, and grab your strongest cup of coffee, because the leaked scripts for the upcoming weeks just landed on my desk, and what they are allegedly doing to Carly is downright criminal. I am holding onto a hush-hush rumor that is so explosive, it might just rewrite the entire fabric of the show we have loved for decades. We all know that secrets never stay buried for long, but this behind-the-scenes whisper involves a beloved character, a chilling cover-up, and a betrayal so deep it will leave you gasping for air. If you thought the recent corporate drama was intense, you need to brace yourself for a massive storm. The unconfirmed leak circulating among the insiders suggests a drastic storyline shift that places our favorite mother and daughter right in the crosshairs of a very dangerous, very deceptive man. Do not share this with anyone just yet, because we are diving deep into a theory that could change absolutely everything we thought we knew. For months, we have watched Carly fight to keep Josslyn away from the WSB. It has been an exhausting battle. Carly is terrified the spy life will swallow her daughter whole, but suddenly, we hear whispers of a total reversal. It seems like Carly is about to drop her fierce opposition and encourage Josslyn to embrace her role. Why this sudden change? High chances are this is not a genuine acceptance. Instead, it is a calculated, desperate move. Carly is a survivor and a mother who will use any weapon when her family is threatened. Right now, the greatest weapon she has is the classified resources of the WSB, accessible only through Josslyn. The truth might be way more complicated than a simple change of mind. We need to look closely at the lack of genuine communication between Carly and Jax. Over the past few months, Carly maintained what she believed was steady contact with Jax. But if we dissect this hush-hush rumor, we see the terrifying cracks. When was the last time she heard his voice? It seems like the relationship has been reduced to generic text messages. These digital replies are normal enough to avoid suspicion, but vague enough to be written by anyone. The unconfirmed leak suggests Carly will wake up to the chilling reality that the person texting her might not be Jax at all. What if the timing perfectly aligns with the arrival of a certain mysterious executive? Hudson strolled into town with absolute confidence and a flawless backstory. He claims to represent Jax's business interests while the man himself is supposedly sailing. But the behind-the-scenes whisper indicates that the moment Hudson set foot in town, all communication from Jax ceased. The text stopped. Phone calls went to voicemail. Even Josslyn cannot get a message through. This is a flashing red flag. High chances are, Hudson's arrival triggered a complete blackout, and Carly's instincts are screaming that this man is responsible for the sudden silence. Let us dive deeper into this drastic storyline shift. If Hudson is sending fake messages to keep everyone at bay, what is his endgame? Seems like Hudson was sent to take control of the financial empire while Jax is incapacitated. But Carly is not easily fooled. Once the realization hits, she will not confront Hudson directly. That would be far too dangerous. Instead, the truth might be way more complicated as she plays a high-stakes game of psychological chess. By pretending to accept Hudson's presence, Carly will lull him into a false sense of security. Behind his back, she will orchestrate a covert investigation to uncover the sinister truth. This brings us back to Josslyn and the WSB. What if Carly realizes local law enforcement is unequipped to handle a global conspiracy? She needs satellite tracking, encrypted decryption, and international surveillance. She needs the WSB. High chances are Carly will pull Josslyn aside and lay out her terrifying theory. She will tell her daughter that Jax is missing, the texts were fake, and Hudson is the prime suspect. The unconfirmed leak suggests this will forge an unbreakable alliance between mother and daughter. They will become a secret task force. Josslyn will use her clearance not for national security, but for the most personal mission of her life, finding her missing father. The mechanics of this investigation will be fraught with danger. It seems like we are going to see Josslyn sneaking into secure WSB databases, running facial recognition on Hudson, and digging into his redacted past. Meanwhile, Carly will play the inside game. She will interact with Hudson daily, using every opportunity to fish for information or plant a listening device. The behind-the-scenes whisper hints at close calls where Hudson almost catches them. The suspense will be suffocating because they cannot let anyone know what they are doing. If Hudson catches wind of their investigation, he could easily destroy the evidence or eliminate the threat by targeting them directly. But what if the WSB itself is compromised? The truth might be way more complicated than Hudson acting as a lone wolf. What if Hudson is a rogue agent working for a shadow organization that infiltrated the agency? This explains why Carly insists they keep the investigation a secret from Josslyn's superior. High chances are Carly knows trusting the wrong person could get Jax killed. They have to rely solely on each other. This dynamic will showcase Carly's ferocity and Josslyn's rapid growth as an agent. We will see them piecing together a terrifying puzzle, connecting Hudson's arrival to dark anomalies across the globe, all leading back to the day Jax set sail. As the hush-hush rumor unfolds, we must prepare for the darkest possible outcome. This drastic storyline shift is not pointing towards a happy reunion. It seems like the deeper Carly and Josslyn dig, the more horrifying the evidence becomes. They might find records of a violent struggle on Jax's yacht, or proof the boat never left the harbor. What if they uncover a massive financial drain arson by someone using stolen biometric data? The clues will paint a grim picture, moving away from a kidnapping and steering into a homicide investigation. High chances are, Carly will be the first to realize the devastating truth, bearing the crushing weight before breaking her daughter's heart. The unconfirmed leak suggests a heartbreaking climax to this covert operation. It seems like Josslyn, utilizing WSB satellite imaging, will locate a hidden, unmarked site. The tension will reach a boiling point as they arrive at the location, realizing what they are looking at. What if the truth might be way more complicated and tragic than we imagine? High chances are Jax is already dead. The whispers point to the gruesome discovery of a concealed body, a revelation that will shatter Carly and Josslyn's world into a million pieces. The man they loved, reduced to a tragic casualty of a ruthless corporate takeover engineered by the man sitting in his office. If this hush-hush rumor proves true, the emotional fallout will be unprecedented. We will witness Carly navigating a storm of profound grief and absolute rage, but she will not let emotions compromise the mission. It seems like she will channel every ounce of pain into ensuring Hudson does not get away with murder. She and Josslyn will meticulously gather forensic evidence, linking Hudson directly to the cover-up, the fake texts, and the murder itself. They will build an airtight case, working silently in the shadows until the right moment to strike. What if they manipulate Hudson into making a critical mistake, forcing him to reveal his guilt on a recorded WSB channel? The drastic storyline shift will culminate in a spectacular public takedown. High chances are Carly and Josslyn will orchestrate a scenario where Hudson believes he has won, only to pull the rug out from under him. Imagine the scene, Hudson standing in a boardroom, smug and victorious, when local law enforcement, backed by WSB evidence, storms the room. The truth might be way more complicated for authorities to unravel, but Carly and Josslyn will hand them the conspiracy on a silver platter. Hudson's shocking arrest for the murder of Jax will send massive shockwaves through the town, leaving everyone stunned by the revelation of the monster hiding in plain sight. This behind-the-scenes whisper paints a vivid picture of a storyline rich with psychological warfare and the unbreakable bond between a mother and daughter. Carly's evolution from a protective mother shielding Josslyn from the spy world to a calculating partner utilizing her daughter's skills is a masterclass in character development. It seems like this profound tragedy will forever alter their lives. Josslyn will no longer just be playing at being an agent. She will be forged in the fire of her father's murder, becoming a relentless operative. And Carly will prove that anyone who targets her family will face a wrath more terrifying than any criminal syndicate. But before you pop the champagne to celebrate Hudson's hypothetical downfall, you need to ask yourself one final, chilling question. If Hudson was truly bold enough to eliminate a powerful titan like Jax and walk right into his life wearing a charming smile, who is actually pulling his strings? Watch your backs, ladies, because when the heavy iron cuffs finally click around his wrists, the real mastermind might just be watching silently from the shadows, preparing their next deadly move.